Hi guys, it's me. I'm back again. I know I haven't made a movie or video in a long time, but living with a roommate, having a bunch of friends, is just kind of very difficult to get around to making a movie or video. I love saying the word movie for some reason, but I finally find the time to make a movie, and I keep rattling my brain. What do I talk about? You know, everybody else on YouTube basically just can figure it out themselves. They've got something they can talk about, or they've covered it, already. So it's kind of difficult. But um, of all the issues, I guess you could say, I came up with one I wanted to talk about. Bashing of religions. I think that is one of the most overrated things in our society. And quite honestly, it's gotten to be uh, a bit crazy, out of hand. And I'm not just talking about Christians bashing Wiccans, or so on and so forth. Wiccans do have a bad tendency of bashing Christianity, but that's not what I'm here to do today. I wanted to talk about the persecution, basically. I noticed at one point in history, the witches, pagans, and Jews were all fried at one point because of the church, and I think it's so funny because how come nobody has ever really revolted against the church? Is that what I'm trying to say? I guess it's. But a point was brought up to me the other day. One of my college classes, I'm in government class. They what was the thing? We were talking about how sectors in certain states can have different laws, and we're talking about the person who sued the state of California. I guess it was. I don't remember who, but sued because they didn't want um, under God in the Pledge of Allegiance. And of course, we laughed because the guy was an atheist and he sued when the daughter was a frequent churchgoer and didn't mind it whatsoever. Of course, he ended up winning, but then they ended up overturning the law, so it really was just a waste of his time. um, but they got us on a kick about how is it possible that the church could be the persecuted now. And when you think about it, logically it could happen. For example, you start with take one nation under God out of the Pledge of Allegiance, and there's nothing, not that big of a problem. And it can get to the point where it goes from that to not being able to pray in school to all these things carved out of sculptures, ancient sculptures, because it says God in it. I think that's a bit crazy, but at the ultimate, could it get to the point where you could be prosecuted for being a Christian? And I thought about that and I said, well, it makes sense. And God is willing, I wouldn't want that to happen, to tell you the truth. I mean, a lot of heritage witches, people born into witchcraft through their family ties, would probably say that, go for it, maybe, go ahead and burn them. But I don't think that's right. I mean, we don't want them to judge us for what we believe. Why should we judge them for what they believe? It's just stupid. But thinking about that, it is kind of possible that you could, you know, ultimately be tried for being a Christian. And it's just funny. I thought about that, but um, so that's my one video for today. I don't know if I'm able to figure out something else I can talk about. I probably will later on when I'm not able to do it, but um, I will be on soon, and I guess we'll see y'all later. Bless